The Lewisville Area Chamber of Commerce, formerly called the Greater Lewisville Chamber of Commerce, and the Lewisville Chamber of Commerce was brought into life in 1962 by the hard work and the dedication of local business community and the city.
Lewisville was not a great deal different than most small towns around us. Lewisville had a bunch of hard-working businessmen and women, and if you ask them to assist you in trying to get new members in the chamber, they were ready to hit the streets. All the businesses were in the old downtown, what they call Old Town.
When I moved here in 1972, everything on the east side of Lewisville, south of Main, was dirt streets.
Lewisville stretched from I-35E to I-35W. Some of it was city and some of it was rural. I would say the majority of it was rural. Most of us would hang out at what was called King's Drugstore. And our shopping took place mostly in the downtown city area of Lewisville. We had some stores there in Lewisville that were very good dry goods stores, and we shopped there, and a lot of our activities stemmed from the early 50s when they built Lake Lewisville.
A dedicated group of individuals committed to strengthening the growing local business community came together to build committees, events, membership drives, and greater opportunities for the citizens of Lewisville to grow their businesses and to expand their networks.
In 1981, when I was vice president of the chamber, Joe Ackley was the chairman. We discovered that the biggest need in the Lewisville area was the need for a cultural arts organization that would help build culture in our community. When I became chairman the following year, we formed a cultural arts committee. And in 1981 and going into 1982, this Cultural Arts Committee, provided by the Chamber of Commerce, built this community, the Symphony. It founded the Poco Mas Theater, which was the forerunner of the Grand Theater.
When DFW opened in 1974 and Vista Ridge Mall opened in '87, Lewisville began to undergo rapid suburban growth. The population nearly doubled between 1980 and 1990. In the early 90s, the Lewisville Chamber of Commerce marketed the city with the slogan of City of Expanding Horizons and continued its work towards achieving the best climate for sustained business.
I do remember a man named Weldon Ward, a wonderful man with TI, said one time to me as chairman, you know, we need to do something to change the impression you have when you drive through Lewisville. We need to do something different on I-35. Well, he brought it to the chamber and everybody embraced that idea and said, how can we show people just traveling through that this is a destination, this is a place to stop and get to know this community. The idea was to start small and ask all the merchants in the area to please clean up those areas, to be proud to take ownership of their businesses.
The relationship between the business community, the city, and the chamber is a strong one. One of the things that Lewisville's always been known for, and especially in this region, in this area, is it is a very business-friendly community. And so with that, we have a good, strong working relationship with the city, with the county, with the school district.
The one thing that we understood as the chamber, there was going to be change. It was either going to be negative or it was going to be positive. So we had to look at what sort of tax base can we offer? What can we offer the merchants to help in a growth process? It was clear we were looking for an explosion. We were looking for the difference of Old Town and what we used to classify as New Town.
In 1994, there were a lot of things going on with the growth with the city. And the mall had just hadn't been open very long. We were starting to get some recognition, as I stated, from outside sources, from people from Dallas. And so we were becoming more than just a burg, so to speak.
The year I was chairman was 2003. And that year, I remember, was the beginning of the Iraqi War. We were still coming off the effects of 9/11. Business was starting to come back. Lewisville and Highland Village in this area was really the place to be. We were starting to be discovered, and businesses were starting to grow.
I think the most important thing my year as chair was we really positioned the chamber to address the future. Lewisville was a part of a county that was the second fastest growing in the country, if you can imagine that. Of course, just to our east is Collin County, and it was #1 in the country. So it was a huge growth initiative, and certainly we had to respond and react to that growth.
The greatest joy is working with individual businesses. And there's nothing more fantastic than being able to sit with a future business owner with an idea, and in some way that what you do and the chamber does can impact that in a good way.
The chamber provides leadership, and that builds community, and that builds family, and that builds homes, and that's what community is all about.
After 50 years and celebrating the next 50 years, the sky's the limit. So much has happened over the past. Every single person who's worked with the chamber has left a footprint to follow, but every single person just adds that footprint and everybody else takes it to the next level.
I expect the chamber to do what they've done in the past, only on a greater scale.
It's very obvious through the last years here, we all grow together, and I'd encourage everyone to participate.
The chamber as an organization could not exist without the members. That's where the growth comes from, that's where the support comes from, that's where the opportunities come from, and that's the future of the chamber. It's going to be the future of the new generation, the next generation of business people coming in, the next generation of entrepreneurs coming in, the next generation, the kids that are in college now, and even those that are in high school and middle school and elementary school. That's why we want to be involved with our school districts. That's why we are involved with our school districts, and we have a good partnership, and with our universities, because we want to make sure that we're building the opportunity for that next generation to come in, get involved, start pushing, and continue forward with Lewisville.
Cut.
Am I allowed to take a drink?
Are you ready?
Stop it. You're not getting pictures of that.
She's my kind of rain, coming down like confetti. She's my kind of rain.
You're not going to get me to sing, no.
I'm glad we got that on tape.